We're all going to fight again.
Enough is enough, yeah.
We are Indians.
Pappu Yadav, Mohammed Shahabuddin, Atiq Ahmed, all dreaded names that evoke fear in their strongholds. Just 3 of the 120 sitting members of parliament that have criminal charges ranging from murder to extortion against them.
We should never support such kind of people. We need a person who has a clean record.
2009 is no different. At least 70 tainted candidates are in the fray. And sharing the honor of fielding criminals are all top political parties. And if the law comes in the way of the bahubalis contesting, they are replaced by the BVs as proxy.
Criminal netas not wanted. Hello and welcome. That's tonight on India Can, India Will, a CNN-IBN and Hindustan Times initiative. Now, the precedent was famously set by the Lalu-Rabri duo. Now it's almost a norm, from Pappu Yadav to Mohammed Shahabuddin to Anand Mohan. All bahubalis or strongmen barred from contesting polls have a simple solution: put up their wives as proxy.
Behind many women candidates this election are their convicted husbands. Lalu Yadav did it with Rabri Devi, and some of Bihar and UP's tainted politicians, prevented by courts from contesting the Lok Sabha elections, are also putting up their wives as proxy candidates. RJD MP Mohammed Shahabuddin, convicted for murder in 2007, will now be replaced by his wife Hina Sahib in the Siwan parliamentary seat in Bihar. The Lok Janshakti Party's Surajbhan Singh was sentenced to life imprisonment last year for murder. His wife Veena Devi will now contest in Nawada in Bihar as the LJP candidate. Former JDU MP Anand Mohan is serving a life sentence for inciting a mob to kill a district magistrate in Gopalganj in 1994. His wife Lovely Anand, who was first convicted for the same crime and later acquitted, is also a former Lok Sabha member. She is likely to contest as a Congress candidate this time. RJD MP from Madhepura Rajesh Ranjan, or as he is better known, Pappu Yadav, cannot contest elections due to his conviction for murder. So his wife Ranjita Ranjan, who is already an MP from the Lok Janshakti Party from Supaul in Bihar, will contest again this time. Yadav's father, Chandradev Prasad Yadav, is likely to contest in Madhepura from the RJD. For these men, where there is a willing relative, there is always a way to power.
Many wives of criminals have been given ticket, and I don't think it's right.
They are going to extort votes from the voters. They are going to use the fear factor which people have.
I think that the wives whose husband have a criminal record should not be given the credit to come into politics, because they are taken as proxy candidates.
There is no difference between the politicians and the the underworld which we have. They're making it a similar thing.
They should not give tickets to their criminal's wife. Actually, they don't do anything.
The underworld is now over ground, say voters. Incidentally, the Patna High Court rejected RJD MP Pappu Yadav's plea for a stay on his conviction. His wife Ranjita Ranjan is already a sitting MP and will be contesting again. Here are the husband-wife duo launching a strong defence, speaking to CNN-IBN Shimon Chakravarti. Pappu Yadav, of course, convicted for murder.
क्यों नरेंद्र मोदी जी को वोट मिलना चाहिए? क्यों बाला साहब ठाकरे को वोट मिलना चाहिए? क्यों राज ठाकरे को वोट मिलना चाहिए? क्यों करप्शन में जिनके प्रचार हैं, इकोनॉमिकल क्रिमिनल इस देश 10,000 करोड़ के घर, अरबों संपत्ति जनता का लूट करके, चाहे सुखराम जी हों, चाहे साउथ में लोग भरे हुए हैं, क्यों इन लोगों को वोट मिलना चाहिए? अभी वरुण गांधी की आप लीजिए, तो लोग ये मैक पर बोलते हैं काट देंगे, टुकड़ी टुकड़ी काटेंगे, आप उनको क्यों प्रधानमंत्री बनाते हैं?
क्योंकि एक बहुत बड़ी फैमिली को वो बिलोंग करते हैं और पैसे वाले हैं और उनके पीछे एक बहुत बड़ा बैकग्राउंड है. That's why he is not criminal. कि आप किसको क्रिमिनल मानते हो? क्या एक व्यक्ति को 120B में कॉन्स्पिरेसी में फंसाया गया, वो व्यक्ति 9 साल जेल में रह के आ रहा है, बार-बार उसको बोलो कि आप क्रिमिनल हो, क्या ये क्रिमिनल?
You think it's a political conspiracy?
क्या ये क्रिमिनलिज्म नहीं है?
Well, Bihar particularly has a dubious distinction of a number of criminals and history cheaters taking that electoral route. Prabhakar Kumar, one almost gets a sense that the people of Bihar couldn't care less. You're there at the Patna University in 2009. Are we finally hearing that they have had enough?
Yes, Smita, I am at Patna University and I have here with me a few students. So let's straight talk to them and find out what they feel about criminalization of politics in Bihar. You tell me, as far as the criminalization of politics is concerned, Bihar unfortunately tops the chart. How do you tackle it? Does it concern you?
Yes, it concerns me because I think the people should vote not vote to the criminals. They should vote for such a person who is eligible for that seat or for that post, because this trend will go on if we'll vote for such persons or such criminals.
What's your take on this? Does it concern you, criminals entering politics?
Actually, it depends upon the two big parties' policies. Like in USA, the number of regional parties existing in India promotes criminalism, and to reduce this, we will reduce the crimes as well as criminalism in elections.
So sometimes making a very valid point here. You tell me, how do you stop this from happening?
So it's like we have to take certain points. There has to be certain people, but there has to be certain eligibility that all those people who have been convicted for any crime and they should not be allowed.
You tell me, how do you stop this from happening?
Sir, we have to do first, we have to do our candidate's profile that we are going to vote. So I would like to say that in our country, all of them are criminals record they have, and then they switch to our wives.
Yeah, what he's trying to say is that people who have criminal background, they file proxy candidates as their wives in the field. How correct it is, and how do you stop this trend actually?
Yes, it's right that people we can see Shahabuddin, Anand Singh, they are contesting their wives, and anyhow they will be only in power. So I think it should be stopped. Otherwise, this trend will go on. And youth should take action, because youth like Rahul Gandhi, they should take initiative to.
हम यूनिवर्सिटी में हैं, आप यंग लोग हैं, ये बताएं कि इसको कैसे रोक सकते हैं, मतलब आपके हिसाब से?
We should take the profile of the candidate which we are going to elect, and then we shouldn't vote against.
So this was the reaction, Smita, from the students, but this gentleman made a very valid point. He said that if we are able to reduce the number of regional parties, that would in a way actually curb entry of criminals into politics.
Well, maybe a case there, Prabhakar, but the fact that the BJP and the Congress both also fielding a number of criminal candidates really puts that suggestion in doubt. But really young people there from the Patna University making the point that when you go up there to cast your vote, make sure you've done your homework. What's the candidate's background? Does he have a criminal background? If so, make sure that you do not vote for them. India can, India will, as we say. In Kerala, meanwhile, the criminals in politics debate is centered around one man, Abdul Nasir Madani. The fiery preacher spent 9 years in jail before being acquitted in 2007 in the Coimbatore blast case, is now being both wooed and spurned by the CPIM.
Abdul Nasir Madani has never been part of either the UDF or the Left Democratic Front, but he has been a decisive factor in elections in Kerala for years. Madani was arrested in '98 after the serial blasts in Coimbatore just ahead of a visit by LK Advani that killed 58 people. He was detained without bail or parole, but was still regularly visited by politicians. In 2007, he was acquitted of all charges. While the CPM is not officially shaking hands with Madani just yet, top left leaders like Pinarayi Vijayan have already appeared with the radical leader in election campaigns.
Getting these criminals who are not even convicted and they're getting away completely free. I think this is extremely wrong, and this should be stopped.
I don't think people with a well-proven criminal record should be allowed to contest elections.
Would I trust my money with a thief? I wouldn't. And I wouldn't also trust my vote with another one.
You are kind of abetting crime by voting the criminals. There are 4 candidates and all of them are criminals, and what do you do?
A valid question that, but will Abdul Nasir Madani prove to be the albatross around the CPM's neck? What's Kerala's verdict? Let's ask Naveen Nair. He now joins us from Thiruvananthapuram. Naveen, you have a number of young people there with you. Do they too believe that this is CPM's criminalization by way of association?
Smita, I think I have few students in the law college here. I think